Okay, my first section here, I'm going to compare these decimals. So I have 13 and 56/100ths. Remember, I can always add a 0 at the end, but if I look at that whole number, 13 is larger than 1. So 13 and 56/100ths would be bigger. Now here, what can I always add at the end of my decimals to compare them? That's right, zeros. You can see these are equal. My second section, I need to change my decimal into a fraction, 6/10. So I'm going to simplify that down here, and I get 3/5. My next one, 5 and 8/100ths. What does this simplify to? That's right, not divide by 8, divide by 4, divide by 4. I get 5 and 2/25. You could have divided a different way as long as you get the same answer. Number 5, I'm going to convert this decimal 3/5 to this fraction to a decimal. So I know I can get this to a denominator of 10. And I'm going to do the same on the top. Once I have it as a denominator of 10, I can write it like this as 6/10. Now for my next part, I have 1 and 3/4. So again, I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to make my 3/4. I know I can make this into out of 100 because of my quarters. So 1 and 75/100ths, 1.75. Okay, my next section here, so I needed to plug in. So I'm going to plug in A is 0.45 and B is 2.4. So remember, I'm going to line those up with my decimal. And then I'm going to add a 0 as my placeholder spot there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add, and I get 2.85. Now for B, I had 2.4 minus 45/100ths. I always line them up based on my decimal point. And I can always add in, what can I always add in for a placeholder? A 0. So now I'm going to go ahead and subtract here. Can't do this, so I'm going to regroup. Again, I need to regroup. And I get 1.95. My next one, when I add those up together, 0.74 and 6.7. I'm going to add that 0 in. And what do we get? I'm going to write it here. 7 and 44/100ths. Let's check the back now. So if 82 is the whole number, I'm going to add 0 for my placeholder there. Minus 2.5. I can't do that subtraction, so I'm going to come next door here. Now when I subtract, again, I need to regroup. And I get 79.5. My next one, let me line those up. 60.5 minus 21.772. I'm going to add those zeros for my placeholder spots there. And subtract. I can't do 0 minus 2. Now I need to turn this into a 4, make this a 10. Now a 9, and then a 10 here. Now I can do my subtraction. 10 minus 2 is 8. 7 minus 2. I can't do 7 minus 4. I'm going to come all the way over. Now I'm going to turn that 10 there into a 9, and this becomes 14. Now I can finish my subtraction. That is a big one. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got that answer. All right, let's look at our word problems here. Mr. Fishman wants to raise $250 with the student government this year. If he raised $128.75 on the Stand Up to Cancer Walk, how much money does he have left to raise to meet his goal? What operation, anytime you hear that word, how much does he have left? That's right, you need to subtract. So add your zeros for your placeholder spot. And then set up your subtraction. Right, and I gotta come over here. I turn this into a 10, and then a 9, and then a 10, then a 9. Now I can do my subtraction. So Mr. Fishman has $121.25 left. All right, let's look at the last one. Mrs. Feynman ran 2.4 miles on Monday, 3.808 miles on Wednesday. If she wants to run 8 miles for the week, how many more miles does she need to run? So there's 2 steps here. What do you need to do first on number 13? That's right, we first need to add up how much I have ran. So I'm going to add these up together here. And I have run 5.48 miles. If I need to run 8 miles for the week, now I need to subtract. So again, line them up. Right, and again, I'm gonna change that to a 9, this into a 10, and now I'm gonna do my subtraction. And I have 2 miles and 52 hundredths left to run. Okay, so Mrs. Feynman needs to keep running. All right, nice job on your study guide. Now you're ready for your test tomorrow. Thanks.